Hi guys, and it's been a minute since I made a video, but as promised, I'm here to shed some light and information on my journey with weight loss surgery. In this video, I'm going to be answering all your guys' questions, and I'm going to be showing visual pictures of my loose skin. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right into it. You guys already know my name's Mariah. Hold on, this camera. Okay, I just had to fix my little setup here. It kind of malfunctioned on me. But I just want to jump right into it. And basically, I started this journey in 2019. I've always been overweight. Always had issues losing weight. I've tried every tummy tea, detox, liquid diet, keto, any type of diet, Atkins, literally shakes, just all kinds of diets. And nothing's ever stuck, worked permanently. It was always just a struggle. I've always been overweight. 2019, I was my highest weight, and literally I was 340 pounds.
Exercising.
I was even going to the gym and would never see any results. It was just ridiculous. But I remember specifically going through my timeline and seeing one of my really close friends, Antonia, shout out to her. But she had posted a picture before and after of her dad, where he was obviously bigger, and then after picture where he was really, looking good, lost a lot of weight. So I remember reaching out to her and asking her, like, hey, like what's the tea? Like, how do you do that type of thing? And then that's when she basically kind of told me, oh, he got weight loss surgery. Just opened a whole big world up to me. She gave me some information, spoke with her dad. Basically, I set up a consultation with the Bridges Center of Surgical Weight Management with Tempe St. Luke's Hospital. I remember talking with them, going over some options and different types of surgeries that they provide and what kind of was best for me. In my situation, I've had a lot of heartburn. Because there's two different types. For instance, there is gastric sleeve, which is basically where they reroute your stomach. And here's a picture. I try to.
I thought the sleeve was when they cut a piece of it.
Oh yeah. No, that's when see, I'm literally backwards on it. The sleeve is where they cut a piece of your stomach off, and I don't know if you can see from right here. And yeah, so that's where they cut it out, and it's basically your new stomach. They remove a portion of your stomach. And that's one surgery that they provide. I kind of went over it with my doctor, and that was what I was wanting to do because I believe that's what her dad did. I'm not sure if he got the sleeve for the gastric bypass. I can't remember, but so that was my first initial one I was gonna do. After talking with my doctor, that's when he explained to me that usually with how big I was, people, they would go get sleeve done and end up having to get bypass over time. And bypass, you see better results. So yeah, I got bypass, and that was December 30th, 2020. Mind you, like I said, my highest was 340. And now we're a year out. And I currently weigh 187. So that's a lot of weight to have lost within a year, right?
Let me do the math.
It's over 150 pounds I've lost. So my sister, I actually asked you guys on Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook if you guys wanted to, know any questions. So I wrote them down, and my sister's gonna actually go through with them.
Okay, so one of the questions were, where did you go for your surgery?
Again, I went to Bridges. I went to Bridges Center, and that's in Phoenix, Arizona.
And then another question was, did your insurance cover it?
Oh, yeah. So that's a big question that I get all the time.
How much did it cost?
So I personally don't know how much it cost. My insurance, which is Access, I literally am on Access Mercy Care, and they literally approved it all. They took care of it all because of how much I weighed, and it was literally a health issue. I was morbidly obese. Although I had to, and this is another question that was on there too. What are the requirements for my insurance to approve of it? Well, I did have to lose a little bit of weight. I had to go through a bunch of tests and what are they called?
Clearances.
Clearances, that's the word, sorry. Clearances to be able to be approved through my insurance. So I had to get a sleep study. And yeah, that's a clearance that I had to get. Sleep clearance, sleep study. Psychiatric evaluation, and cardiac clearance, pulmonary clearance, echo, which is like that's like your heart, your nerves and things of that, like that. I'm not a doctor. I don't really know exactly. I just had to go and do.
You had multiple clearances.
Yeah, I had to do a bunch of clearances on that. 180 days of monitored diet, like
food logs.
Oh, the food logs.
Meeting with the dietitian.
The dietitian for 180 days. Yeah, that's 6 months of that. So all that had to be done prior to being able to get approved.
And you're not able to gain weight?
Yeah, you can't gain weight. There was a lot of requirements in order for my insurance to pay for the surgery. So, I mean, I'm super blessed to be able to not have to pay for it, but
exactly.
I had to do a lot of things for the insurance to be able to cover it. So that's one thing.
Did it hurt?
Did it hurt? This is a tricky question because the only reason why is because
around
the time I got my surgery, literally a day or two after I got my surgery, I had caught COVID. So I was positive for COVID and recovering.
Yep.
So yeah, but did it hurt? No. The recovery, did that hurt? A little bit because I was sick. So, I mean,
they want you to go into depth of how your recovery was for the surgery.
Okay, so they put me under. The surgery itself was like 45, maybe an hour. The surgery itself.
How did you wake up? What did it feel like?
I woke up and I just felt sore, like a little sore. Okay, so for instance, I'm a mother of two. I've had 2 C-sections, and those were more intense than this, I would say. Mm-hmm. But they blow up your stomach with gas. So when they blew my stomach up with gas, and mind you, I never get cramps. Even before, and I never got period cramps. I don't know, that sounds kind of crazy, but I never really had that type of pain before. So having all this gas pain was so different for me. It didn't feel like actual pain, but it just felt like discomfort. Mm-hmm. So and in order for that gas to leave, you have to be active and moving around. I was dealing with COVID, so I was in bed tired, and that was the only symptom I got of COVID, of just being tired and fatigue. So it was a little difficult. Yeah, it was just discomforting. I felt a little pain. So on a scale of 1 to 10, it was a solid 5.
How long did your pain last with your surgery?
I mean, I would say it took a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, to feel no pain. But I did, another question was, did I experience constipation? Which in my case, yes, I did. I was constipated. So that was another thing that came into play.
You have to be careful when you get surgery because the medication.
Yeah, my advice would be drink as much water as you can, because it was so hard for me because I was going through the COVID, the recovering, and then I wasn't drinking enough water. Then I was constipated. So then 2, I was taking the pain medication, and that made me more constipated. So, yeah, it was a little difficult, but I would say, it was definitely worth it. It was worth it for me. I would do it again 1,000,000 times if I had to, because, although it was trying in the beginning, I would say a full month went by and I was good.
So another question was to verify your before and after weight.
Oh yeah, so 340 was my highest. 340-ish, maybe. I mean, it was never 350, so I was 340 at the highest. Right now, I'm 187.
Okay, what's your goal weight?
My goal weight is 130. No, I'm just kidding. I say 130 because that's like BMI thing, whatever. It's like your healthy weight for the BMI, but I would love to be just 150 is cool for me. I'm 5'6". I'm pretty tall. So I'm at 187 and I already kind of like look like I look good. It's just the excess skin, you know?
Right.
But I definitely want to be, my goal weight is 150. And it's not really a goal weight. I feel like I have like a goal vision of like how I want to look. So if I get there and I'm not 350, then I'm good. Like,
yeah. Okay, so another question is, what are your day-to-day struggles now that you have this surgery opposed to before?
Okay, there's no struggles. I don't have a struggle anymore. The struggle was...
Well, in the beginning of the surgery, did you find yourself struggling with?
Figuring out how much I could eat. Figuring out, like my limits. Because you have to think about it. I have a whole new stomach, kind of. So I'm having to figure out how much... I remember the first, like... the first month or two, you're just straight liquid diet. And I remember sipping things. And at one point, I remember feeling a little pain because I gulped something too hard. So you got to literally sip like a certain way. It's so weird. But I mean, I'm glad I'm kind of expressing this because...
without getting like air pockets.
Without getting like... because I would get air in my stomach and it would like kind of feel like that gas pain of like feeling full. And I believe I couldn't even drink through a straw. Like I was having to like pour it in my mouth and then like gulp. Wait a minute. Gulp again. And that's like one gulp. So I was just like separating the whole one gulp.
In the
beginning. So yeah. And then like the liquid diet for like 3 months. I feel like it was like a liquid diet for like the first 2-3 months. And then I was introducing like thicker like consistency of like, you know.
Do you want to show them like how much you used to eat like on a plate and now how much you eat on a plate?
I would eat like, back in the day, I would eat like 4 or 5 tacos, 4 or 5 pizzas, and not feel full. Not like, and I would, you know, dabble throughout the whole night and day. Like it was intense. Now I only eat like a little portion of like oatmeal, literally like less than that. I'm drinking like 1 to 2 water bottles a day or more than like teas, you know, like I feel like I drink more liquids than I do eat food throughout my day.
You want to explain how you have to take vitamins for that?
Oh yeah, I'm taking vitamins every day. For the rest of my life, I'll be taking vitamins, which is not crazy. It sounds kind of crazy, but people take vitamins
like hair and nail.
Like hair and nail vitamins every day. So I'm doing that, and then I'm taking, you know, D3, calcium, what's the other one? B6, B12, like
yeah.
energies, metabolism, like all those different vitamins. And I'm doing the shakes. I'm taking protein shakes. So it's like I'm not like depriving myself. I just can't eat full course meals like that anymore. And it's not like I want to either. I don't miss it. I don't need it. Don't want it. Don't feel hungry. It's just
like that. What I would explain it as, you don't have a relationship with food like that anymore.
Yeah, the whole relationship is over. I'm just kidding. But like, it's not like it doesn't suck either. Like, I get my nutrients and go about my day. I'm not like starving myself.
Do you get headaches?
No. I mean, everybody gets headaches, you know? So, I mean, like, if I get a little headache, I drink more water or I take an Excedrin and then I'm cool. Yeah. But I don't feel like I'm getting headaches because I'm depriving myself. So, what else?
The last question was, what was your breaking point, your final straw? What made you get surgery?
Okay, so for me, my breaking point was 2020. And it's because obviously COVID, everybody was going through it. And that was the same year I lost my son's father. I was with him for off and on 8 years. So when he passed, it kind of clicked something in my brain where I realized I am the sole provider for my baby, my youngest. And being 340 pounds, knowing in my head that I needed to stay alive and be healthy for my kids was one of the main reason I decided to go through with the journey, because I was not consistent. I was going 1.5 years or 2 not even finishing with my clearances or anything. So when I lost him, when COVID hit and life kind of said, hey, Mariah, you know what? You need to do this now and be serious about it. So yeah, that was what pushed me to move forward with all of it. So in conclusion, I had all, my reasons of why I did it, but it was mainly, for myself, be happy, to live longer for my kids, my family, and I don't regret anything. Everything happened for a reason, and
worked hard for it.
I worked hard. Yeah, I feel like I definitely worked hard for it. I mean, because there's cases where people get this surgery done and they like reverse it. So I stayed consistent, and that was one thing that I wanted to make clear, that you have to stay consistent. I'm an advocate. I believe that weight loss surgery saved my life, and I'm a testament. Like, you guys can do it too. If you're struggling with weight, I strongly suggest, try everything you can. One thing people have said is this is a shortcut, and it's definitely not a shortcut. It's help. It's help. Much needed help that I needed to get the doorway open and do it on my own, So yeah, I'm excited for the future. I definitely hope that skin revision is in my near future. And I'll be posting things of that nature. But I want to show you guys my skin because everybody wants to see the results. So I'm not gonna get up and do it like right now, but
you're gonna cut to it.
There's gonna be some pictures and videos of me showing you guys my skin. Before and afters. Because I have before where it's obviously I'm 340 and how my body looked then. Until now, you guys are gonna see all that. But thank you if you guys have lasted this long. I'm gonna definitely do some editing on this, but you guys can help me out by, doing a little subscribe. It's free to you guys, but it will help me out in a big way. So yeah, thank you. All right, guys, the moment you've been waiting for, the reveal. So I have some scars right here, but as I start pulling it down, you guys will see from gastric bypass, this is where all the little scars they made, the incisions, and then of course the sides. But this is literally all my excess skin from all the weight loss, literally all this. I could just grab it. If I can get a scissors and knife, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But yeah, this is it. Literally, zoom in on all this, man.
Those are the scars from the surgery.
Yeah, these are the scars.
One right here.
There's one right here. There's, I believe, 6 of them. Yeah. 6 scars where they penetrate. This is just crazy how much excess skin there is. I for sure need to get this snatched. I mean, the sides